Hi, I'm Cindy Hubert, APQC's Executive Director of Client Solutions, and thanks for spending a little time with me today to talk about the importance of knowledge sharing and collaboration. And to do that, I think we have to talk about what is it that we are sharing and collaborating around, which is knowledge. And when you think about just the asset of knowledge, you have to consider a few things. It's intangible, so it's unlimited, it never runs out. You can drop it and it won't hurt your foot, but it can also get very old. And I think we have, as knowledge leaders and practitioners, we have to think about that as we start setting up our knowledge management systems and programs or improving them when we start talking about how people share knowledge and how they collaborate. Now, first of all, think about why people share and collaborate. Typically, Carla O'Dell, our CEO, likes to say, nothing solves a problem like knowledge, and nothing accelerates knowledge management like a business problem. So think about some of the problems that your organization may be experiencing today. It could be that you need to find experts, that you have done something once before and you can't quite remember how it's done, and you end up repeating it or making the same mistakes. You're not transferring lessons learned or best practices, or we just don't know what we know. There are so many issues that knowledge management can address. And in order to do that, one of the basic fundamentals and principles of knowledge management is to engage and have people participate. And that's where knowledge sharing and collaboration come in. Now, there are so many benefits. First of all, just solving the problems that I just described are very important. You may have an opportunity to share a best practice about a new product or a client in a business development scheme, but may not know who to go to. You need to find the expert and who may have some experience in doing some things before you that you can learn from. What we find most exciting about knowledge management is that when people do start figuring it out and see the value, so saving of time, improving the outcome of a business problem, innovation, those are all things that people get very excited about, and they get excited about expanding their network and finding new people that they can trust and that they can learn from. It's why we've spent years, 2 decades from my purview, of trying to set up communities of practice and creating lessons learned and the transfer of best practices in the flow of work so people can get to the knowledge that they need just in time, just for them, so it makes an impact on their work. What we find often is that as a knowledge management leader, you have to spend some time really thinking about how people share. There are so many barriers to collaboration, all the way from not having time and being too busy, not having the right focus of knowledge that needs to be shared or transferred, or just not being with the right group of people, that you're not inside of the space that you typically work from. Those are all things that can be barriers that can be brought down. And the other big barrier that we see is that people just don't quite understand what sharing and collaboration mean. And I find that quite interesting because it's what we do so naturally. But when you're trying to put it into a systematic way outside of a localized view or a department view and go global with it, you need to spend time reminding people what the expectations are, to participate in discussions online, to get with a group to solve a problem, to make your knowledge visible, so you have to capture it and post it somewhere where people can find it and see it and react to it. Being able to innovate with a team or to discuss with a coworker, those are all things that we encourage when we start adopting knowledge sharing behaviors. It helps promote a sense of business continuity. It helps promote a sense of inclusiveness, and it also helps promote a sense of trust. And trust is one of those new things that we're learning from our shared economy on how we can continue to build that trust. So get with it, get excited, and share your knowledge, because all you have to do is just say no, K-N-O-W. Thanks.